Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Omnic Incorporated Sunday services brought to you by Dr. Glenn. This morning, of course, we're live YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and on Twitch, Rumble, and quite a few other platforms. But today, I'm just coming on to say, once again, welcome to the world of omnism. Now, very rarely do I just stop and say, I'm an omnist. This is my belief. I often just give presentations and scriptures. Today, and beginning my first Sunday service for the 2026, Sit Down Sunday is going to start representing the omnist culture, what omnism stands for, and what we believe in as omnists, and what my intentions are to enlighten you moving forward. So, this morning's presentation, I'm going to get right on into it. We're speaking on omnism, and this morning we're going to allow for one of my colleagues, Shelby Elamack. She's speaking on omnism, the truth hidden in every religion. There's truth in every religion, and there is truth to be told. So let's pay attention. I'm going to tune in, and I'm going to dim the light this morning, and I'm going to allow you guys that are just getting up, getting ready for your Sunday service. May the Most High elevate you. And again, if this is your service, good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you so much for your support in advance and moving forward. And without further, I'm going to dim the light some. And this morning, I'm going to just let the entire presentation play out. We're starting with a anywhere between 18 and 20-minute presentation. This is part one. So we're going to embark on part one this Sunday. And then after, you'll get a full understanding on Minister Glenn, my mission as an omnist, and what Omnic Incorporated is all about. Yes, I've given freely. We've touched on the Hebrews. We touched on Christianity. We touched on some Judaism. We touched on quite a few different religious sects. And this morning's Sit Down Sunday is based on my beliefs, welcoming you into my actual world. Lisa, what kind of minister are you? We thought you were a Muslim. I am an omnist woman. That's it. Yes, I still believe in the lifestyle of the Muslims. I believe in the cultural ways and the senses of different lifestyles and different dynamics. Far as I like a piece of pork here and there. Yes, I said what I said. I eat a piece of pork here and there. Yeah. So no, I'm not a full blown practicing Muslim anymore. Yes, I was. And yes, I did reap the benefits of not having that piece of ham. But I'm gonna let you know something. My spirit feels a lot better every now and then when I taste a piece of that good fine cooked ham here and there. But I ain't saying I'm chasing swine. But what I'm saying is I'm becoming a real person, developing into a real woman. In the omnis world, we believe in all things or lack thereof when it comes to your religious space, and in your reality world and in your lifestyle. I myself am pretty accepting, but I don't look for anything in return. But you guys know that. So without that, I'm going to go ahead and come on live. And later on, before I go off, I have an actual testimony. I had an opportunity to break out my products, had a model, gave him the head to toe makeover. He utilized the Omnic Incorporated shower service that I offer. And I was paid for my services. And the young man was very pleased with the service. And he doesn't mind giving a testimony. So later on, before the live is over, I'll give one live presentation. I didn't do the beard. I did the head to toe with the shower service. Comes with a body wash, the hair shampoo, a leave-in conditioner, and a style. So I took care of an individual, like we spoke on Lydia. They knocked and I answered. And so let that be that. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to my world. I am Doctor of Divinity, Minister Lisa Glenn, born and raised in Harrisburg, formerly a practicing Muslim, now an omnis minister, showing the way and direction through all religions, not just one. So I'm not here to feed you one portion. I'm here to give you a whole four-course meal. So stay with me. Now, let me get everything started. Welcome, Shelby. The truth hidden in every religion. Thank you so much.
So today we're gonna get a little serious, okay? I mean, we're always serious, but if you follow me on Instagram and you've been keeping up lately, you've probably seen the conversations around me saying that I am. Oh, you guys know because you watch my YouTube videos, but people on Instagram were like up in arms after I posted a clip from my Christianity as the new influencer study video. Shared a snippet basically saying that I am spiritual but not religious. I don't believe in needing a middleman, pastors, church, Jesus, to connect to God, source, the creator, the most high. I'm not religious, but I believe in God. I have a direct relationship with the most high. Sorry to that man, Jesus. I think Jesus is mad cool. I'm not. I think Jesus is great. The whole story of Jesus is amazing. I think that we all need to try to be like Jesus and stop trying to be saved by Jesus, and then it'll be a lot more better people in the world. And the Christian
Okay,
narcissist
now wait
are.
a minute. I heard her say something. She said we're gonna stop trying to be Jesus and just go ahead and be like the Most High. Come on. Let me hear her say it again because I want to make sure that when I give, that I give my whole complete self and that I give a whole complete narrative and not a portion. I want you to have a full course meal, not two side dishes. Come on.
I mean, I think Jesus is mad cool. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I think Jesus is great. The whole story of Jesus, amazing. I think that we all need to try to be like Jesus and stop trying to be saved by Jesus, and then it'll be a lot more better people in the
Come
world.
on.
And the Christian narcissists are losing their minds under my posts, honestly. And there's no other religious groups, no other spiritual people under my posts arguing a thing that I said. And there's a major disconnect. People are putting words in my mouth that I didn't say, just saying very nasty, hateful things when they're supposed to be, so holy. But yeah, so from the title, you can see that I'm talking about Omnism, which is the belief that there's truth in every religion. So if this sounds like a conversation that you would like to be a part of, make sure you grab your wine, your water, or your roller tray, or whatever you need to tune in with me. Like, who are you to close off Earth? Legal reasons. Thank you for watching. So what if I told you that every religion is right? That the truth isn't locked inside of just one book, but it's scattered around like puzzle pieces? What if everything you were told to separate, to fear, and to call different was actually part of the same blueprint? Well, that's what Almanism is all about. It's less about religion and more about remembrance. Like you just know that all roads lead to the same place. All roads lead to home. And as I've said before, I'm not really big on titles, so I'm not gonna like run around and be like, I'm on this, I believe in on this. It's more so just a word to give you guys to research deeper into my thought process. That makes sense, you know? Just like with my neurodivergence, I don't care to like label everything, but for other people in the world, they do need that label. They do need to know what's going on inside my head. So yeah, omnism is the belief that no single religion holds the full truth, and that all religions carry pieces of it. Some call it syncretism, some call it hearsay, but I will always call it alignment. To be an omnist is to understand that the language of spirit is universal. But like I said, humans have to give things names. We need titles. We need understanding. Whether it's God, Source, Allah, Jesus, your Christ consciousness, the universe, they're all different names and different rituals with the same exact energy at the core. And when you zoom out far enough from your own sphere, all of those separations start to melt away. You start to see the underlying code of this matrix, the pattern, the symmetry, how all of these things are really connected. You see, from an occult lens, religion was never meant to divide us. It was meant to encode. Like when you really think about it, every sacred text is written in allegory, metaphor, numerology. The Bible isn't just a history book or a rule book. It's a grimoire. The Quran, the Torah, the Vedas, they all carry spells, codes, and truths that go way beyond the surface. Jesus, Dionysus, Osiris, Attis, Horus, all of these figures share thematic similarities of a virgin birth, miraculous powers, a journey to the underworld, and resurrection or revival. The serpent in Eden, that's the Kundalini rising, hidden knowledge, divine feminine energy being repressed by fear. You can even compare the Hebrew word amen, however you say it, to the Egyptian god Amun, Aman, Amen. Some will argue that they're different words, but looking at it, they pretty much mean the same thing. What the God represents is what the word represents. The cross predates Christianity, and I am so sorry to your belief system and to shake your world. But I've said it before, and I will say it again. I do not believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins. Jesus was murdered, handed over by his own people to the Romans because they were jealous of his gifts and his pure heart. Simple and plain. Like that was the short version of everything that happened. This whole story of it being about us and cleansing us and all of this, it's a cop out. And it's a way for people to cope with everything that happens in the world. Again, you don't have to believe that. That's what I believe. Don't force me to believe what you believe. Even the flood in the Bible shows up across other cultures that never even met. And while certain details differ, there's a continuous theme of divine judgment and the preservation of life through one hero. Because no matter what the culture is, no matter where you are, what region of the world you're in, people need a savior. They need something to believe in outside of themselves to believe that everything that they go through is for a reason. And while I believe that a lot of things, if not everything, happens for a reason or at least sets up some type of domino effect for something in the future to happen, I don't believe that that's outside of me. I don't believe that God is outside of me. I don't believe the universe is even outside of me. And like I've talked about before, there's so many things in our human body and in our experience that mirrors nature and the universe. Stars, our veins look like the veins on a leaf. Our eyes look like the earth.
You got to be real mindful, real extremely mindful.
That the universe is outside of me either. Every culture and religion talks about the dark and the light, the illusion of truth, the cycle of death and rebirth, whether it's chakras, the tree of life, the sacraments, it's all sacred geometry. The rituals, the fasting, the prayers, the silence, the chanting, the incense, they're not random and they're not different. They're all tools used for the same purpose. They're things we use to shift our state and remember who we are. So whether you pray or you chant a mantra, you're literally doing the same thing. You can't demonize one person because they chose to do yoga and you chose to go to church. You're doing the same thing. You're coding your consciousness. You are communicating with God. You do not need a Bible to communicate with God. You do not need a middleman to communicate with God. And I'm sorry that you guys have been so indoctrinated to believe that God is outside of you. But it's not. They're not. I remember when I used to feel like
my God says you don't need no middleman.
I literally had to put myself into a box and pick a side. But like the more you evolve, the more you understand that spirit doesn't have boxes. Spirit doesn't live in boxes. Spirit does not thrive in boxes. When I finally let go of trying to find the truth, I started to feel truth in everything. And that's when the veil is truly lifted. People think clinging on to this one truth, this one way, this is the only way, that makes them superior, it makes them smarter, it makes them more woke or better because I have this one thing and it doesn't differ, it doesn't change, and it's gone across centuries. Not opening your mind to other things doesn't make you smart. And like when I say that I think all religions have truth, and people think like I think I'm a part of every religion. Learning about different religions doesn't mean I practice all of these religions. And Omnism isn't about collecting religions like they're Pokemon cards. They're not all like just sitting under my belt. It's about reverence for the divine encoded in every culture, every lineage, every story that's been passed down. And it's about the respect that I have to hear everyone out. I feel like everybody has certain beliefs for a reason. I like to know why people believe what they believe and what led them to that and what happened that made them close out to everything else too. But I will keep reiterating this. You don't have to be religious to feel God. You don't have to go to church to feel holy. None of this is outside of you. They like to keep us in a state of fear. Even when you listen to Christians talk, like I'm a God fearing woman. Why are you subscribing to something? Again, I'm not trying to convert anybody. This is my thoughts. Why are you subscribing to something where you have to be afraid of your creator? You have to be so scared to live your life a certain way because of where you might end up.
God loves you so much that he will burn you up for not loving him back. It's pretty simple, actually, because he created you as a sinner because he loves you and he hates sin. Okay? So he decided what was a sin and then put it inside you. And then you got to get it out, right? So he said, I'll send my son and kill him because the sin I put in you, I hate it and I'll burn you up for it because he loves you. And so he knew though when he killed his son that his son wasn't really dead. He was going to come back again. And when he came back, he was only going to be dead for 3 days. And he was going to come right back. So he was like, listen, son, you only got to die for a little while, but you can go to hell and get the keys to the pearly gates because they're locked. And he got him and brought him back, and he's in heaven with him. And he's going to come back for us when he gets done building our mansions because he's the great carpenter. And that's why he had to come to earth to learn how to do carpentry work so he can build our mansions and we can go and be with him. And it's honestly really pretty simple.
You're not really being authentic because you're only doing things because you're scared to go to hell. That does not make you a good person. If you're not naturally doing things because you just want to or because you know that you're putting good out into the world, if your core reason to being allegedly a good person is not wanting to go to hell, you're not a good person. Like even most of the symbols that we're taught to fear, they're not even evil. And yes, even the symbolism that I share, they're not inherently evil, but they can show you who's who in this world that we are in. Because again, things change over time. Like a pentagram is really the five elements. Snakes represent wisdom. The horn gods that you usually see, they represent fertility. 666. Protons, neurons, electrons make up melanin. We know these things. But over time, they get perverted and now they mean new things. And new stories have been created. And people use these things to show you who they are. So yes, you might know the origin of it, but how things are today matters. And the symbolism can show you their pattern. So it's not about being scared of these things. Like even sometimes when I post symbolism and people are like, oh my gosh, but that has 666 on it, so I can't. It's not gonna jump out and eat you because it says 666, but now you know the energy behind what they're trying to put out to you. Prayer hands mirror mudras, Christian baptisms mirror ancient initiations and spiritual cleanses. I personally don't see anything different in taking a spiritual bath and someone getting a baptism. The difference is someone is dunking you and telling you who you are. You can do that in the privacy of your own home with water and herbs and feel just as free and light after. And a bunch of other cultures have ritual feastings like communion. So it's like they're all the same thing in different forms. So like I've been saying, maybe the real reason that you've been taught to fear other paths is because if we ever saw the pattern, the illusion of separation would literally collapse. The rulers of this world that we live in thrive off of our divide. If we were ever to all truly come together and understand that it's us versus them, their reign is over. They have no control. If we agree on one universal truth, and part of that truth being that they have deceived us all for centuries, they're done. So yeah, maybe we were never meant to come like that. Maybe we're just meant to repent them all and learn them all and live amongst each other in peace. And I've heard people say that it's hearsay, like I said, and cherry picking. Omnism is not cherry picking. It's not just pulling what you like and what you think, is cool from each religion. That's not what I'm doing. It's about humility. It's about humanity. It's about respect. It's about saying, I know that I don't have all the answers, but I can recognize the truth even if it's in a language that I don't speak, even if it's coming from a culture that I don't understand. And a lot of you don't have that in you, and you don't have respect for other people outside of your sphere, so you can't even think that big. So that's pretty much all I had to say today. But I will leave you guys with this. If you are someone who wants to open your mind to other religions, other cultures, other belief systems outside of your sphere, sit with a text from a tradition, a religion, a culture that you were not raised in. Don't go into this to debate it. Don't try to dissect it. Just listen, like feel it, and see how the symbolism speaks to you, and see how similar it is to other things that you've learned throughout your life. I just feel like Source connects to us in so many different ways, and it's just a disservice to ourselves and those to come to just keep blindly following what our oppressors have instilled in us. Like I literally had someone comment on my post today and say, God took away our right to talk to him directly when Jesus said, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? I said, took away the right from who? Because I talk to God every day, out loud, in private, through music, through prayer, through anything that I do. And I don't need a permission slip from a middleman to do so. And you know what they replied? He doesn't answer you. This is how mentally ill and narcissistic some Christians are, that you are going to come on my page and tell me, even with all of the good that I put into the world, all of the knowledge that I share, I've never hurt anyone. I've never done anything malicious to anyone, like purposely. Like I literally live life so like if I subscribed to a religion, I would be a good Muslim. I would be a good Christian. I would be considered those things because I really do live life very calmly and very how do I say it? I don't want to say it without sounding like I'm not a bad person. And a lot of people are like, oh, you can't say that. It's not subjective. I'm not a bad person. I'm sorry. And people want you to be all humble about that or whatever, but I know that I put good out into the world, and it's not for gain or to for other people to stop and be like, oh, you're good, she's a good one. No, half the things that I do, nobody even knows because I'm always just to myself and doing things for me to better me and my relationship with Source and to connect to this world in other ways. So for someone to tell me God doesn't hear you and God doesn't answer you, God doesn't talk to you because I won't go to church or because I won't subscribe to your religion is so disgusting. Like, ugh, that actually really, really, really pissed me off. And it just hurts my heart that people are out here like this, but they consider like you're gonna tell me I'm gonna go to hell because I won't subscribe to this religion because I didn't get dumped in some water by someone else. I can do it myself here and feel just fine, but because I didn't make a spectacle out of it and do it in front of a bunch of other people in the parking lot of a church in a in a blow up or in the lake wherever you did it, but because I didn't follow the channels that you wanted me to go through, I'm gonna go to hell. Like someone like Donald Trump, someone like Diddy, someone like all these people in the industry that y'all follow that say that they're, a follower of Christ and all of these different things, they can tell you whatever they want. And it works because you are more likely to trust them and believe them because you think you have something in common. That's why they create these cults so that you will blindly follow them because, oh, we're from the same club, we're from the same thing. And you're not. These are terrible people. But because they subscribe to your religion, oh, I can't judge. God's the only one that can judge until you're someone that's not in that religion, and they'll judge you down. So, yeah.
And if you love Jesus, you can have a mansion in the sky, a big old mansion, the biggest mansion that you've ever seen. You can have it in the sky, and it'll be on top of a cloud, and all the streets will be made of pure gold. You'll be walking on gold streets with a big old house. Angels, they're gonna be white. They're gonna be in all white, and they're gonna be playing a harp, and y'all gonna be floating on the cloud with Jesus. He gonna have nail marks. He gonna be like a spirit. His body didn't go, but you'll still see the nail marks in his spirit because he's gonna be up there. And if you don't listen to Jesus and you don't follow him, you'll be on fire. You will burn up, but you will never burn up. You will be burning and you're gonna be like, I'm on fire. And you'll be on fire for the rest of eternity. But if you do listen to him, mention, why don't y'all believe this? Of course it's real.
That being said, I hope you guys got something from this video. I hope that you receive it with love and with an open mind and open heart. And feel free to continue the conversation. And I love you guys. I will see you in the next video.
Now I'm on a live video here. I'm getting ready to finish it up. And I was going to, if you wanted to go ahead and share your experience. Well, you don't have to be seen. Being heard is half the battle. So you can sit right there and step right here. I can't see you. And real quick, guys, and when you get on, you can cover your face, cousin. Okay? So, what I would like for you to do momentarily after you finish doing your thing. Now, in the meantime, those of you that just tuned in, thank you so much for tuning in. This morning, I showed a episode of Omnism, what we stand for, and what it means to have the belief in all the cultures or lack thereof with no judgment. As an Omnis minister, I shared earlier in the video. So when you go back, you'll see where, yes, you recognize me as Anisa, the Muslim. But through my Islamic teachings and learnings and habitual ways, I was able to bring that spirit and heart with me and embark on other religions. So when you see me come and share my Omnic Incorporated, just a moment, please. When you guys see me come on and you see me share my logo, and you see me share my logo, and I created the Omnic Incorporated based off of becoming an Omnis minister. Omnic Incorporated, one mother, non-denominational, which is an omnist, is the belief in all religions or lack thereof with no judgment. And one mother, non-denominational, intercessory, meaning I pray often on behalf of others. When they come to me, I intercede for them in more than one area. I intercede as a certified community health worker. I intercede on behalf of a broken heart. I intercede on lacks of. So intercession, one mother, non-denominational, intercessory, church, center, club. The C is bold. It's there. Catering, you name it. The Omnic Incorporated is based on and not lack of every religion that I was able to learn from, add to the walk of life that I always had, which was in from Mount Calvary is a young girl in one household to the Nation of Islam in mommy's household. Then she turned around and converted to Sunni. And then I converted to Sunni. So wherever my mother walked, I walked. So when you go back and enjoy the Omnis video, I'll show you part two moving forward later on this afternoon on my second service. Yes, 2026 has given me inspiration and so much in the way that I'm evolving that it makes me want to come and just give as I receive. So as I receive the full portion of what I stand for in learning, just off my natural ways, I said there has to be some type of lifestyle that accommodates those of us that believe in all of the religions or lack thereof, meaning we don't walk around and say we're this, we're this, we're that. We don't carry a title anymore. You see, I'm just Minister Dr. Glenn. I'm Minister Dr. Glenn because why are you a doctor? Let me touch on that. When I got ordained, I was offered ordinance as Doctor of Divinity, the very esteemed. That had to do with my qualifications between myself and the Most High God. So that was a question that I asked once. I was given the opportunity, and I said, "Well, I'll have to learn how to be Dr. Glenn." And they said, "No, it'll come natural," because they didn't seek me. I came and got them. So, as an ordained minister, yes, we still ordain. We take you by the hand and say, "Listen, even if you just want to marry somebody." It starts with marrying someone. I married about 7 people so far, but the first marriage I had is the one that kind of kept me going, kept me open, as they called it. Y'all remember when I used to be younger and do hair, y'all kept me open. Y'all was there all night long, and I was there for your holidays. Y'all would be staying the night. But now, I hope you guys go back and enjoy the service. And I have a little bit of a testimony. I have a family member, friend, very near and dear to my heart. Um, as Omnic Incorporated, the LG Hands of Care, we offer services. A very, very good friend of mine stopped over and utilized what I created as my shower program. No, he has his own place and stuff like that. But every now and then, there's a service that I offer with my own products because this is my marketing strategy. Because I'm not selling individual bottles out the trunk of my car and I won't have a table full of stuff. I'll have kits, one of each, and demonstrations that I'm going to do. Now, with that being said, I'm going to give you an audio conversation with my cousin when he stopped over and received the treatment naturally from first of Body Me from the hands of his famous favorite. Tell me if you don't mind, just step here behind the camera. That way you're not being seen. You're not being, I'm going to tell you when to stop. Come towards me. Stop.
Gotcha.
Now, I want to know yesterday's treatment. When you came over, your hair, your mind, your spirit, hair, mind, body, body me, Dr. Glenn. I hear a beat. Come on. And we had talked about Lydia opening the door. And I didn't even get up and flinch and look out the window to believe that it was anybody, not for Dr. Glenn. Who would it be? So when I got my hand on him and I said, well, how you doing? Look what I have. Brand new stuff. And he said, you know what? Well, let me pay you for your little service. You know, when you be saying your little shower service and all that. Since I'm here, let me use your whole body, me set for men. Wouldn't you know? Tell me, how did it feel to be able to wash your hair and use what service did you use?
I used the Body Me. I used the shampoo and conditioner, body wash.
Was it the mint tea or the regular coconut?
I used the mint tea.
Okay, so he used the mint tea. How did it feel to be able to take a shower, wash your hair with one product?
It feels good. To tell you the truth, it feels soothing. And with the mint, like with the minty, like when you put it on your body, you put in your hair and everything just feel cool and soothing and smooth.
Oh, so when you got to washing your hair and bringing it back to life, not only the shampoo serves as a body wash, you got to washing your body. And you said your skin, body, me, started feeling rejuvenated right away?
Yes, it stimulates it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit. I don't want to keep your mouth going, but I want to get to the conditioner next. But I want you to say how you feel when you just go to the store and buy a body wash. Was it the same feeling, or was it something feeling that you had for me, some faith and belief in my product? Tell me about.
I got some faith and belief in your product. This is the only product I really tested out. I tested out another product before, but this one is kind of a little better. Like I said, like when you put the solution on your body, you're going to feel like a soothing, cooling sensation, like especially like in your hair area, whatever. Your body is cool. It just makes it like kind of feel soft when you get out of there, when you get out the shower.
So how did it smell? Did you smell feminine, or did you feel and smell manly?
I smell manly. Smell manly.
Thank you. Now, with the conditioner, because your hair was a little tight, we used the leave-in conditioner, correct? Now, when you applied this leave-in conditioner, it had a little different aroma, correct? I noticed your face when I first allowed you to smell it. How did you feel when I first put that up to your nose compared to the body wash and the conditioner, this being the most intensifying part?
Most solutions that I'll be taking sometimes or whatever, it don't have a great smell to it. It's just it does its thing, but it doesn't have like a great odor to it. Now this has a great odor. It has a good balance and everything. You could put it on. You don't have to worry about, oh, did it smell correctly? Did this go with the smells that I got on my body? No, it smells good, and it's going to blend in with what you got on.
So body me bodied you.
Yes.
My body me system bodied you. So now we hit the finale. Lastly and not leastly, right here. When all came to the end, when I applied the body me oil, because wait a minute now, I would like for you can keep your head turned that way if you don't mind. Put something on your face to cover your face if you'd like to continue to be the street cousin, because you know how folks be. Use this here. Use this. Turn it this way so that it's white, and just cover your face and walk over this way to the chair, because I'm going to demonstrate the oil, and I want you to give me sit down right here. Here you go, honey. Now, I was able to do his hair, right? Now, I'm only going to unveil. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so do me a favor. Protect your face and turn around and let them see the back of your head. They can already see the top. Turn around and right there, right there. Now see here where I placed all these things because he came to me for some male issues here. Okay. So we already began to see follicles. As you can see, there is hair here already. And these are all in, and I caught everything. So now I'm going to show you the oil, the body meat oil, and I want you to with sound and motion and conversation, let me know as I drop the drops in, how does my body meat uh, hair oil feel to you as I drop them in? Look at that. Look at that coverage as I drop my homemade oil. How does this make you feel?
You feel that like on the dry parts where my scalp is dry, it's like it's making it moist. Uh,
So you feel it
also,
heavily saturated.
yeah, I feel it on the scalp.
Okay, so now right here, just lean your head back just a little bit. In the problem areas, as I apply the body meat oil, professionally packed, and of course with professional products, this is the demonstration and it's full coverage, just a little in the dropper. See, there just a little in the dropper, and you see that coverage. So yes, as we cover it, I swear I see follicles growing in right before my eyes. But me, known as fertilizer fingers, I can't be denied that this is what I do. So, as a retired beautician licensed in my trade, I want to thank you, honey. And last, go ahead and turn around. Go ahead and protect yourself and turn around. And as you feel that soothing down through your hair, does it do anything more than for your hair? How's your spirit being felt coming from me? Because the whole idea is it's the from me factor now. At this point, me laying my hands on you today on this Sunday. The object was to build your crown up. Recall, we're here to not just groom your hair now. We already did the massage techniques. We got the blood circulating. The products is applied. Now, when a man comes to you in your chair and he leans back on you in confidence and trust, leans back on you in confidence and trust, you not only have his hair in your hand, his whole life now is before his very eyes, right here. So right now today, I come to you as an honest and whatever belief that you may have, sir, that the moment that you step foot to my door, when I heard the beep and I didn't acknowledge it, but when I acknowledged your voice, sir, when you reached out and I answered, I've stepped in the foot of Lydia as I had shared the very moments before you arrived, that very moment. I hadn't seen you in so long. And then I said, look what I have. And there I was in the shoes of Lydia and took you into my home, and I'm holding you with a little bit of pressure. How does it feel with my hands on your face right now?
Feels good.
Speak a little louder.
Feels good.
Does it feel like just hands on you that feel good?
No, just feel relaxing, you know.
And we speak in energy now.
Mm-hmm.
You feeling energy?
Yeah.
Okay, now as I come upward, as you can see my hands coming upward and not being evasive, showing who he is just because he's a paying customer and I have to protect that. But as I'm lifting his jaws, I'm creating stimulation. So the next time he comes for beard care, he'll have a full beard. It'll be in alignment with faith, understanding, love, encouragement, faith. And as I lay my hands on you, young man, my ability to help you to lift your crown is not say that I am the crown lifter or the way maker. As an omnist, I'm here to say that no matter what path you on, come on, no matter which way that you made it to my door, you was welcome in and you're here now. And I'm raising my hand upon you today that your crown be not shifted, that your crown be straight, that your direction be sure, that your destiny definitely be your alignment. Come on. Let's go. May the Most High continue to bless you. Continue to allow me to create a space. Because when you say yes to the Most High God, you create a space for others. And with that being said, I'm going to free you because now I'm just holding you. And I'm going to let you go. This is what I do with my product. And I'm hoping that you're not just feeling fantastic on the outside, that I was able to drop something in your spirit internally.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Anything you would like to say?
I would just like to say, give a product a chance. You won't be disappointed.
Thank
Give it
you.
a chance. You will not be disappointed. You gotta try things sometimes and try to see if it's for you. That's it.
Thank you so much. Now, with that being said, you guys go back and take a look at today's presentation, and I hope you have a very interesting journey embarking on omnism. Stay with me. We're going to go further and further this complete year on why I chose to be an omnism. And yes, I use encouraging videos behind me, but moving forward as I'm learning my position outside of marriages, I'm learning now how to bring my own service. And in doing so, yes, I'm in compliance. So moving forward, yes, it'll just be me, the spirit of the Most High, and the knowledge that was placed upon me to give those that don't seek knowledge, give you an opportunity to have someone, a friend in the Most High, that'll say, you know what? I can not only live without people, I can live without the thought of the unseen. But without the middleman, I believe in the Most High God. Come on, somebody. I don't have to go to the middleman no more to get my blessings. I have what you call exhausted. It's too expensive for me sometimes to put so much encouragement on the middleman. Yes, I believe in you, the Messiah, the Son, the great one, the one that died and went before me, the one that I believe blessed my hands when I was locked up and was able to get my license while I was incarcerated. A lot of stuff happens with people that are incarcerated. Yes, I was in the chaplain's office as a Muslim in the prison. So yes, I learned how to be an omnist while I was incarcerated because I was dealing with every different person. Different person came with a different spirit, and every person with a different spirit came from a different background. Every background came from a different background. So it never ended when I met people. And I carried that people with me emotionally, spiritually, and some are in physically contact with me. Some are there for me physically. And it's what you call your lived experiences. So my lived experience led me to become an omnist. And then it encouraged me to become a minister because as a minister, you get to share your learned and lived and seeked knowledge with full clarity, with no lack of understanding, no uncertainty, with love, with faith, come on, with action, with belief in the day of revelation that one day, yes, we'll feel something and you'll know it's your time and then you'll go. But when you go, you'll go in peace. You ever, I don't care, I don't want to be here. Take me today. It'll be over my dead body. You know, you say these things out loud. And then when the day looked like it called you, oh, girl, oh, you would have seen that. I don't know how I made it out of there without a scratch or how I made it out of there able to limp out of there, but I'm alive. We have some testimonies to look back on. And as omnists, I'm not going to no longer be boxed in. Yes, I love the Christians, the Baptists, the Catholic. I love everybody. And because of that simple fact that I see the beauty in everything and everybody, I'm able to be an omnist because that's my personality. And I had to try to find myself too many times in Islam. I tried to find myself one day and walked in the door without my hair showing, with my hair showing. They be, oh no, yeah, this is me. How y'all doing? So in order to not disrespect them steps that I took to get where I'm at, I laid the titles down on what kind of religion I am, and I became an omnist. And no, I'm not saying nobody come and join me. Hey, drop your religion. Hey, guess what? Every time you walk in the door, they questioning you. Oh, you go in as a Muslim, you don't got your garment on today, but you got a long dress on. They still can see your body or smell your perfume. They're looking at you down with their frown. So you got to be careful on what you claim, even though that could be your background. Sometimes your beginnings is not your endings or your finish, as I always say. Nothing ends. We finish here and we start something new. So when we finish, we can go and add on. You see part two. So when that video was finished with Shelby, she made a part two. So she was finished and then she added on. That's what I'm doing with my life. So talking about me, wanting for others what I want for me. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again. My late night individuals that just got off, some that are just getting up. Good night to some, good morning to others. And of course, you can catch the live vibe on the YouTube live, Facebook live, Instagram live, Rumble live, Twitch live, all different platforms. But today I'm focused on my sit down Sunday, and part two will be coming live later this afternoon. When you see me go live, please go to my YouTube page. Just subscribe. It's free. It's the same way as you like in Facebook. Just watch my video on YouTube if you catch it here. But if you want to go back, you're going to have to go to YouTube and catch me, please, because I'm growing my platform. With doing so, you have to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, and don't worry about no middle in between. Again, you have to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, and don't let nothing, no middleman, no nothing in between. Stay focused. Have a beautiful, blessed Sunday. And I might be have to order out today, or I might go ahead and do some grocery shopping today. I'm hungry. Yes, I'm hungry. I have a large appetite today. I've been feeding my spirit and eating and nibbling. So now that I fed my spirit and I'm full, I'm going back into my Fruits of the Spirit journal book. And I ask you guys to continue to go to the Kindle and continue to order my journal and continue to write forward and fill in. And that way, at the end, as I said, the promise of learning the fruits of the Spirit, the fruitfulness from the big heart, from Dr. Glenn, is to be able to journal yourself in the scriptures, put pictures of your view, follow behind with generosity, pride, the fruits of the Spirit mean to you. So as an omnist, I base my whole entire program on the fruits of the Spirit and some knowledge from Islam. So, and some bits and pieces in Christianity. I'm everywhere because those are the things that I learned. And health wise, internally and externally, I'm able to just show up as I am. As they say, I woke up like this, and I praise the Most High God with no partners. The omnis is the belief in religions of all, that there is truth in all religions or lack thereof, with no judgment. And with that, I'm going to end my video. And you guys have a very, very, very fantastic, wonderful, and loving Sunday. And feed your spirit, and then sit down and make a good meal.